Okay, I want to try and just kind of get a point across here, make a point. I've been trying to get this out. I've tried several times. Technical issues and noise issues, things haven't worked out so well for getting this message out. Um, and it is probably a couple weeks or more old that it should have gotten out there to you guys. Um, what I want to state is this whole anti-Muslim thing that's going on like right now is just really seriously getting out of control. Been seeing videos popping up on YouTube and stuff, why we hate Muslims, why we fear Muslims, all this other kind of stuff. And the question of is Islam a religion of peace? And I can't get into a whole lot of details because I've never really actually studied Muslim itself and the Islamic faith and everything. I do understand the whole astrotheological concepts and premises behind Christianity, Muslims, Islam, and all of those. But what I would like to propose more is not is Muslim a religion of peace, but is Christianity a religion of peace? Most of these people purporting this stuff are fundamentalist evangelical Christians, and their argument is based on the concepts that, Christians have only had 7 crusades against the Muslims, but the Muslims have had something like 156 attacks, that's what they call them, attacks, against Christian communities, Christian churches, whichever, and they follow it all the way up until even into this century, this decade, as these attacks they claim are going on. But the 7 crusade argument, I'm not buying it. Because although there may have only been 7 crusades, how many people of the Christian has the Christian faith? How many people has the Christian faith persecuted, executed, burnt at the stake, called witches, and tortured, imprisoned, and everything just because they believed a different belief system than they did, calling them heretics? That's one aspect. I mean, it was the Christians. It was the Lutheran Church. Hitler based his religions off of the Lutheran Church, the Christian Church of Germany, against his concepts against the Jews and such, and how the Jews are no longer God's chosen people, and that was an attack by Christians against other peoples. And let's not forget, I mean, I'm living here on a continent that we call North America, formerly Turtle Island, and the atrocities and mass murders and indoctrinations to where complete indigenous peoples of various tribes and societies was almost completely annihilated. And in many cases, a lot of those tribes are disappeared. They're gone. They will never, ever come back. They're destroyed by Christians claiming the right to settle a new land and to conquer it under the name of Christ and their Christian beliefs. I'm not trying to get Muslims angry at Christians. I'm not trying to cite hostilities and anger from natives against Christians. I'm just trying to point out that if you're Christian, before you start pointing a finger somewhere else, maybe you should look at your own faith and your own ideas. And maybe if you're standing there saying, well, that may have been done, but I'm not the guy that did it, maybe the next time you see a Muslim, you might want to consider he might be in the same shoes. It might just be his religion that is being played off by a group of psychopathic, satanic, child-raping and murdering nutbags calling themselves government that are trying to pit you against another people, that are trying to incite riots, incite hate, and incite fear so that they can continue to maintain their consistent and persistent agenda towards greater enslavement of this planet and towards greater enslavement of your mind and destruction of the people that reside and exist generally in anarchy and in peace without any interference from somebody else. So let's put an end to all this Muslim hating. I've seen it from Alex Jones. I've seen it from RT. I've seen it. The alternative media is joining in on the bandwagon. So just because the alternative media is saying it, don't say, oh, well, the alternative media is saying it, so it must be good. Because not necessarily everything the alternative media is saying is worthwhile either. Stop, think. If it doesn't include the concepts of Christ, of Allah, of peace, of love and joy, and of coexistence with your fellow man, without causing harm and violating the natural laws of the universe, probably you should throw it out. Get rid of it and not listen to it. Just my thoughts. Just something to consider. Have a good day.